This is not the start back to boat life that we were wanting. What a bit of a disaster, really.
We're Ben and Emily, and we usually live on our narrowboats travelling the UK waterways. Recently we bought an old ambulance, kitted it out in 3 weeks and hit the road for an Italian road trip. This week we travel up through France, stopping at the beautiful town of Troyes as we make our way back to the UK. We reunite with our narrowboat home and of course our hairy pal Alan. We've made the decision to leave the mooring, but things don't go that smoothly.
Last night we stopped in this wonderful car park, a Carrefour car park, and we're back in France.
Yes, we're no longer in Italy.
So we travelled up from near Cinque Terre yesterday. We actually headed through the Mont Blanc tunnel last night, but we're back in France because we've only got 4 days left of our trip. We are gonna do one more stop on the way back at a place called Troyes. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled very different to how it sounds, but we're just...
It looks like a great place. I'm excited to visit somewhere in France other than this car park before we get back.
But as car parks go, it's a pretty good.
It was good, yeah. Good night's sleep.
Yeah, good night's sleep.
Beautiful mountainous surrounds. Cannot complain.
We're back in jumpers and coats because it's about 4 degrees. I think it was 0 or minus last night, wasn't it? Which is quite different to the 17 or 14 degrees we've been having in Italy.
As soon as we got through the mountain,
it totally
it's dropped 15 degrees.
Yeah. We're going to hit the road now and make our way north up through France. We're going to try and avoid some toll roads today, maybe, because we have been on so many toll roads on this trip. Because we've been going such distances, we've needed to sort of get places quite quickly. Yeah, we have spent a lot of money on tolls.
I can't believe how many there are. But the problem in Italy is it seems sometimes that if you don't take the toll, you're resigned to like a pothole riddled twister of a road. I know that's not always the case.
I think there are quite a lot of good roads in France that hopefully will just take us north without costing us too much. Fine, we're here, and yeah, just sad that we've only got 4 days left and most of it's going to be driving.
Imagine if every time you came to the shopping that was your view. Do you think you'd ever get bored of it? Sorting out your recycling and seeing those mountains.
It's another one of those pizza vending machines. Still haven't tried it. Okay, so I know we just said that we weren't going to go on any toll roads. Well, we're straight on a toll road, but we thought it's probably best to get out of the mountains first, and then we'll get on the smaller roads. Where'd you put the money? Perfect stop for you, isn't it?
I love it here. Let's live.
Air du Benny is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, let's live here.
What are we having for lunch then, Benny?
Got a lot of rock hard bread.
I mean, let's just
It's this one that's the bad one.
Oh my. So appetizing. You feeling inspired by that bread?
No. Here you go.
Oh, that looks better. Wow, it looks like some sort of work of art.
Yeah, it's like dragonfly. Bean salad dragonfly.
Oh my god. Thank you. You've done wonders with this bread. It's way too cold out there. I've come back in. Look at Benny, how cute is he sat out there on his own, eating his bean salad. What's he found? What's he found? What was it?
I'm not sure.
Oh god. Okay, we are off the toll roads. We're not quite at Dijon yet. That cost us about 80 euros to go what seemed about 2 hours drive, not even that. That was expensive. We're in Trois. We found a spot in a car park. Seems okay. Seems quite close to the centre of the town.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Hopefully it's going to be quiet.
Seems it thus far.
We are probably just going to chill for this evening because that was a long drive. We have driven, I don't know how long. That noise, by the way, is the diesel
I think
heater.
we set off at about 10:30 and it's now 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we did stop for lunch.
But it's still, we have been driving for about 8 hours. We have driven more than half of France today. We've got the diesel heater on full blast. Gonna make some pasta probably or something. So yeah, let's make some din-dins.
Yeah. Well, I have to say it's very delicious, thanks.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of made out of the leftovers that were in the fridge. And some of this amazing giant pasta again. We did a shop in Italy before we crossed over the border. And I bought so much pasta. But that's okay, isn't it? Yeah, you've got your beers, I've got my pasta. We are up. It is grey outside. We are in Trois. And we're going to go and walk in and try and find some breakfast because we're not feeling very inspired by muesli today. So I think it's going to be coffee and pastries or something. So let's go find some. Slept quite well here though, didn't we?
Very quiet. Wonderful. Can't fault it. Looks like the crust is falling off this one. It's like, is it plaster? It's like I don't know what it's called anyway. It's revealing the more interesting woodwork. We drove past one yesterday and it was just the frame, like all the bits in between the wood, all the wattle and daub or whatever it is. It was all gone. It was just the frame that you could see through and the whole thing was like, it was made out of matchsticks or something. I never realised before that that's how they're actually held up, by the outside frame as well as everything else. It surprised and impressed me.
Not sure why it needs anchors.
Yeah, it doesn't look seafaring.
And it can't go anywhere, can it? Because that's the end of the canal there, and that's the other end of the canal there.
I wonder when it was last blacked.
It looks like it hasn't been done for a while.
Maybe they just drain this whole thing and get on it.
Yeah. Should we go for a coffee? Let's go.
It just doesn't look like it was ever meant to be straight. Whether it's bent with time and then been replastered.
If anyone knows why they're wonky but they look like they're supposed to be like that, let us know. I think Benny's right. I think it's been twisted over time and then they've been replastered. This is crazy.
Look at it.
This is like something, it's like, I keep saying this about places, but it's like it's out of a film set.
Yeah. Very cool.
You can see where it's been plastered recently, I think. We got some good pastries. That place was amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my goodness. And Benny got a massive sandwich again. Tuna and egg again. What is it with tuna and egg sandwiches in France? It looks so good.
We've got this bread. Oh,
And then they cut it for us. That looks amazing.
Oh wow.
What did you get?
We've got this one for later.
Whoa. I think it's custard with chocolate chips.
Look at the size of this. Pan chocolate.
Nearly as big as your head.
It's big. It's a big one. And then you got...
I got an almond triangle.
That looks really good.
I'm hoping it's like got some sort of almond paste in it. And all of this was €11. That's not that bad, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll leave that one out.
Yeah, so now we're back in France, the prices are definitely a bit higher again. It's more like English prices. Like the cafe we went to. Where have you gone? The cafe we went to, the coffee prices were like basically English kind of prices, weren't they? Sort of €3, €4 for a coffee or a hot chocolate. And then this was a little bit cheaper, I think. But one thing we've noticed is fuel. Oh my goodness.
The fuel here is more expensive than in the UK.
Yeah, on average it's about €1.93 a litre, I think. Sometimes we've been seeing it for like €2.20 a litre. That's for diesel, I think.
On the motorway,
petrol,
though.
yeah.
Still, though, it's a lot.
So, a bit more expensive, but totally worth it. I'm going to try my almond triangle. I'm not sure if there's anything inside it.
You've not got to that bit yet.
There's like almond paste inside, there is, yeah. Oh, that is good. It's very light. It's so good. French pastries, the best.
After our sandwich and pastries, we continued our walk around Troyes. We found a vending machine shop selling all sorts of regional goods, from organic apple juice to cold meats and cheeses and fresh local veg.
What's so cool is there's just so many of them are still intact. Just like one after another, and they're all slightly different. They're all higgledy-piggledy. They're all different colours.
We left Troyes and headed north, and a couple of days later we arrived in Calais. We took the ferry back to the UK and back to Oxfordshire to the boats.
We're back! Everything's exactly like it was when we left it, apart from there's some more flowers. There's little Rambler. Oh, it's funny to see the boats.
We headed in to see Emily's dad Dave, who'd been boat and cat sitting for the month that we were away, and then we were reunited with Alan. We had missed her so much. We are back!
We're back!
In surroundings that we all recognise.
Yeah, we had a pretty smooth journey back through France. The worst bit of the entire trip, the hardest bit of driving,
The hardest drive.
was when we got back to the UK and we drove back up here.
Because it was Good Friday.
It was
and
insane.
Everybody had the same idea. Let's sit on the M25 for Good Friday.
And the M40.
In traffic. And
So
the M40.
yeah, that was not the greatest end to the trip, but it's okay.
We powered through.
Yeah, we
got
powered
back.
through with a lot of blooming weird chocolate wafer things.
Fueled by those.
Yeah, it feels really good to be back on the boats. Obviously, amazing to see Alan. Really great to see my dad. He's now gone. He's gone to see his brothers and sisters and friends and stuff. So we just took him to the train station a minute ago.
She's very busy,
Having her lunch.
doing what she does.
So we've just done a massive shop at Tesco's. Got loads of our favourite foods. So I bet you can't guess what we're having for lunch, can you? Beans on toast. 1 minute, let me just stir these beans.
Because beans on toast is illegal in mainland Europe. But not here. Where have you gone?
1 second.
It's just me now.
The beans.
How are you guys doing? Alright, she's back.
So I don't know if you remember, but before we left to Italy, we said that we were going to be leaving the mooring when we got back. That was one of the reasons why the van build was such a rush. We wanted to build it in 3 weeks so that we would have 4 weeks to go away to Italy before we had to leave the mooring, because we'd paid for like 3 months. Originally we were thinking that we would stay here for at least 6 months, maybe even a year, and do a lot of travelling in the van, but for one reason or another we aren't going to stay on this mooring. It's a really beautiful place, but it's just not for us. And Benny has a lot of close family up north, so we are going to travel back up north. We're never going to make it to the K&A, I'm afraid. I think that's, well, not yet.
We'll have to do a day visit.
The plan is to go back up north, so we are going to leave the moorings after these beans on toast. We've got to go down to Cropredy, turn round, we're going to get some water down there, and we're going to start continuous cruising again.
Doing what we do best.
That's some news for you. We are excited about moving. We're obviously going to have to take the van with us, which is fine. It's just like before, it's just a slightly bigger vehicle. Some of you may know we've got a car, but we're going to be selling that. So it's going to be 2 boats in the van. It's doable.
Yep.
We've done it before. We've done it for about a year. So
And the weather's good.
I can't believe what the weather's like.
Spring's here, the daffodils are smiling.
It feels great.
We've timed it pretty well.
Yeah, we're feeling good. We're feeling excited. For today, it is just go get water, turn the boat round. Rambler's easy to turn round. She can turn round here. And then find a mooring just up a little bit. And then it is going to be spring cleaning for the next week, I think. So how are you feeling?
I'm very excited. I'm actually quite tired. My body's tired, but my spirit is excited. So we'll go with that.
That is good. That is good. We've missed her so much.
Yeah.
Have you missed us?
She missed
I'm
us.
not sure.
She did.
Okay. Oops.
Hooked on.
She just hates being picked up, that's the thing. Right, let's eat these beans on toast and then let's get moving. Alan, we're leaving. We're leaving the mooring. Did you say goodbye to Ginger? Yeah, you did, didn't you? You're having a hissing match with him this morning. Hey!
It's on.
She started. Okay, we've just about remembered how to turn the boat on. We're off. What a lovely sunny day to leave on.
She's off.
Feels quite strange. I think because we had it in our heads that we were going to be here for so long, and now we're actually leaving. Feels good though.
We'll be back for you shortly.
Yes. Because Rambler can just turn round here, we'll get Rambler on the way back, but we've got to do 3 locks to be able to get to the turning point. And there's water down there as well anyway, so. Bye friends! Oh, it feels so strange to be straight back on the boat moving it. In a good way, but it's actually a pretty busy day to be moving. It's Easter weekend and it's a Saturday, so we've moved about 100 metres and we're already in a queue for the lock. Look at that happy face. Feels like just yesterday we were doing the locks.
I honestly thought you were in slow motion then.
Oh, I've missed this.
Sometimes you just get a stiff paddle. Well, it certainly is an ideal day for a cruise on Easter weekend. There's loads of boats out today, lots of people boating about, and they're all helping each other. We're helping them, they're helping us. It's lovely. It's paradise today. Love it. As you saw, we just passed a boat which is also a blacksmith, which is pretty incredible. We need another poker or two. Emily's gone to... Oh, the boat's moving. Emily's gone to buy one off him. So we're going to get some new handmade pokers. How brilliant is that? Okay, this lock is ready.
It's a blacksmith chap called Brian, and Benny needed a poker for Rambler's fire, so I just quickly bought one while we were waiting for the lock. It's really beautiful.
So after a fairly long wait and several boats going past and a slightly tight turn, here we are to fill some water into this boat.
It's a very strange water point. You have to do it on a bit of a jaunty angle.
Interesting design.
That's where we just turned. Right.
We've filled the water, which did take some time, but it's time for us to go up all those locks we just did. Once again, I don't know if it was 5 or 6, but we're doing it.
It's going dark. Are we gonna make it?
Listen, how peaceful it is.
It is peaceful, but it's only peaceful because the engine keeps stalling.
The engine is off, the piece has been found, but we shan't get anywhere this way, so we best start it again. Keep stalling.
We had this problem ages ago before we got blacked, and the chap there sorted it, but it seems to be a bit, I don't know, maybe it needs adjusting again.
It's reoccurring.
Basically, once you take it, if you take it out of gear, it stalls.
If you take it out of gear too quickly, I've found. If you do it really slow, it's not as bad. But in the moments where you quickly try to change forward and backwards, that's when the stalls happen. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well, we're at the last lock. It isn't dark. We've pretty much done it. All I've got left to do is collect Rambler, take Rambler off the farm mooring, and then we go on to our new continuous cruiser mooring, wherever we choose. Here we are at Rambler. I'm going to now hop off Rasheen onto Rambler, turn Rambler round and moor up peacefully.
This is going to be quite the drop off. I've got to try not to bash into Rambler. Oh god.
But it's got to be close enough for me to smoothly disembark.
Okay, you best get ready.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, well done. Right, I'll see you up there then. And what took us about 3 hours to do to turn this boat around, Benny can just do it right there. That is the beauty of such a tiny, tiny little boat. Okay, I haven't even moored up properly. I just sort of put it on with the centre line, and Benny's just called me, and Rambler won't go into gear at all. He was having problems with the reverse before we got to the mooring, but he said it's not going into gear at all. We're literally just around the corner from where we were moored, so he's just pushed the boat over to the other side. Oh, and he's having to drag it along. So sad. Oh, poor little Rambler. This is not the start back to boat life that we were wanting. What a bit of a disaster, really. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but I've got a feeling it's something to do with the gearbox, because it, was not going into reverse before.
It's going to be a peaceful trip up north for me, going like this, isn't it?
Oh, that's so rubbish. So it just wouldn't go into gear at all?
No, I tried to reverse it a little bit, and it just made this awful clacking sound, and then it just doesn't go into gear, it just sort of revs, but no propeller action.
It's really sad. Oh, God.
Quite peaceful.
It's very peaceful. Poor little Rambler. Oh dear. It's not the best start back to boating, is it? Yeah, is this how you want to do it from now on?
It's more eco.
It's definitely more eco.
And you can hear all the birds easier.
I think Rambler might need a new engine.
Don't have much bad luck really, so should just take this slap in the face with, you know.
Yeah, but it's a bit rubbish when it's like the first day back to boating and then this happens.
Yeah, but at least, you know, it's happened at the end of the day. We're not in a rush.
Yeah, and the boats are together.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Gah!
soft ground.
Sorted.
I've tied on with one peg, look. This is how we are tied on. It's like a dog on a lead. You're a good girl, Roisin, you haven't gone anywhere. Now we've just realised that all of our bedding is in the van still. Oh, it was going so well. Oh, that's so annoying. We've got some spare bedding, but it's not very nice. We're just going to eat pizza, cuddle Alan, and just, I don't know, use a blanket to sleep in. But things are okay because we have Alan, and she is happy to see us. You okay? I think we're feeling a bit tired and a little bit saddened by today. I think we're really excited to get back on the boats and move. But yeah, not the best end to the day. Anyway, we're just going to eat our dinner and we will probably catch you tomorrow. Hello everybody!
Hello. Well, we've had a rest.
Yeah, good one.
It was a lovely pizza. I've had a bit of time to think about this engine, and it's most likely going to need to get replaced. I was sort of expecting it to happen at some point. It's an old engine and it has come a long way. When I first got it, it got serviced by a lovely fella who said, "Look Ben, if anything big happens with this engine, you probably just want to get it replaced. They don't make parts for it now, and by the time somebody's come out to look at it and helped figure it out, it's going to cost hundreds of pounds, which is more than the engine's worth." So I'm in the market for a second-hand engine. I'm not too worried because I know you can get them for pretty cheap. I could go get a new one, but it would be a massive dent to my savings. They start at £1,000, like a cheaper model, but it's, you know, it's, you get what you pay for in that sense. And then like the entry-level Hondas are like 2.5, so that's too much, especially when I can get another second-hand one that will keep us going for another year or so.
But even if it just gets us up north, that'd be amazing, because yeah, our plan is to head up north and then just find kind of like a stretch of canal that we can not settle on as such, but just sort of be nearer to Benny's family and yeah, just sort of spend most of the time around there. So it won't be as important, will it? We might even get another mooring up there. So the main thing is we find an engine that can just get us up north. So that's why even a second-hand one will be fine, I think.
We're not in as much of a rush anymore.
We're definitely slowing down.
So we're feeling more relaxed about it.
Yeah.
We'll probably just get ourselves round the corner and stay there for a couple of weeks, and maybe we'll, until we can figure out a new engine situation, we will tow. But we're not going to go far for now, are we?
No, because
so it's okay.
I do not want to tow.
So it's going to be
far.
It's going to be okay. You know, it is a big hassle, and that engine looks really heavy. But we will get through it. It'll be all right.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's just a bit sad, isn't it? Because like even with an outboard, like the engine is kind of like the heart of a boat in a way. I mean, when we first were looking,
you said the wood burner's the heart.
Okay, so they've got two hearts.
Just like a bee.
What?
No, what animal's got two hearts? Is there any? Or is that just a cow that's got three stomachs?
I think a cow's got.
I'm sure there's some creature with two, an insect or something.
What about an octopus?
Yeah.
Do they have like two hearts or something?
Yeah, maybe. Let us know in the comments.
Surely someone out there knows about that. Anyway, boats are like octopuses, octopi. They've got two hearts. Anyway, so I think, you know, like the engine is really important. And even though Rambler's got an outboard and it's not like our big engine that's in the boat, it's still like, I don't know, just because she's supposed to have an engine, it's kind of like really, really sad. It was so sad yesterday just seeing you pulling her along. And it was just a bit of a, yeah, like you said yesterday, a bit of a slap in the face. Like, first day back on the boats after a month. We've been looking forward to getting back to the boats, and then that happened. Yeah. But obviously, as you saw also, we've got problems with Roisin's engine again.
Yeah.
I really don't know what that's about, because when we were out of the water, it was fixed, and I don't think it's that it wasn't fixed properly. So he changed the throttle cable, and it's like at the maximum length or something. I don't really understand it, but it's kind of like as far as it can go or something like this. So engines, boats and engines, eh? So
we've brought them a long way in a short time.
Yeah.
You know, we asked a lot of them, so we'll service Roisin soon, and
she should
we'll take a closer look at that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think it's anything we can't solve, but just need to keep on it.
But thanks so much for everyone who's been following along on our Italy adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't for everyone because a lot of you were here for the boats, but yeah, really appreciate everyone who watched and commented. So many nice comments. It seems like we've inspired a few people to go to Italy, so that's cool.
It was
and
inspiring.
Actually, we've had a couple of comments from people saying that they've actually bought or they're going to be buying a van very similar to ours, so that's really cool as well. Hopefully
sturdy.
we'll see some more converted ambulances on the road. That would be nice. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Sorry it's a bit of a downer, straight back into boat life here, but it will get better. We will get it sorted.
We best get on with it then.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks so much to all of our patrons and to everyone who's bought us coffee. Right, we will see you next week and update you on things, hopefully. I'm sure there'll be some sort of update. See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.